I grew up in New York. I'm from Long Island originally. I came to Brooklyn after living abroad for a few years and spending some time in Atlanta and really looking for a tribe of people that supported my whole self as a mother, as an entrepreneur. And I found that in Brooklyn, and in particularly in Stuyvesant Heights. I put my son in a school, Stuyvesant Heights Montessori, where it was founded by a Black woman who wanted to see Black kids get access to all New York City had to offer. And Brooklyn, for me, was the place I could discover such a thing. My family is interesting in that when I grew up, my mom, we didn't travel outside of the U.S., but my grandmother was very much about road trips. And so we would do an annual pilgrimage to down south, which is what we would call it, but it was to visit family in Florida and everywhere else. Tastemakers Africa is an experiences platform that connects Africa to its diaspora all over the world. It started out as a group trips business, taking people to Ghana and South Africa, but it's evolved to a complete 360 platform, both digital and in real life. And ultimately, it's about taking people on their journey home. In 2019, I ended up raising $1.6 million for my company to grow it, to scale it, to make sure it reaches more people. And so we had all of this energy from the year of return, and a lot of people thought 2020 was going to be the year we took it to the next level. And I didn't feel like COVID-19 should stop us from doing that. So I launched a conversation series called The Thread, where I brought together Black cultural luminaries from every corner of the earth that I felt were pushing the culture forward for conversations that would not only sort of be in a space of being frustrated or complaining about what was wrong, but who were taking the bold leaps to create what they wanted to see. And so we did it as an all-day summit. We had thousands of people attend, even on the very first one, which we put together in 3 days. And we've continued those conversations to hold space for what's possible. The last time I went out dancing was actually in Ghana. One of the things that was really cool was that there were so many people from Brooklyn in Ghana in 2019. A party I was at felt like Brooklyn was in Africa. Favorite place to eat in Brooklyn? I love Eugene because I think they are pushing the limits on sort of what American cuisine is, and it's also super healthy, and I'm very much on a veggie kick, and so I need that. And I also just love the local Caribbean joints. I love that I can literally eat every island in the Caribbean in Brooklyn. I remember when Brooklyn was a place where you weren't allowed to go and you weren't allowed to stay. And so, seeing the evolution has been beautiful. But Brooklyn has a soul that I think needs to be fiercely protected. And I worry that in an effort to make Brooklyn glossy, we're losing the soul of it in the process. And so for me, at a community level, I really want us at this interesting transition for our country on a macro level, but for Brooklyn on a micro level, to ask ourselves those questions as we make decisions. And do the very hard work and arduous work of doing that in a way that is not sort of prescriptive, but allows for possibility that we may not expect.